want to talk about selling wall portraits. That is what I'm in the business of doing. I am not in the business of digital files. I have no problem gifting those to my clients once they've invested in their large wall portraits with me. But I believe it's super important to offer a finished product to my client. That's part of this process that I've really created to design the session, photograph the session, help them in designing their walls, in the in-person sales, to delivering and installing their images. I want to know that it's a beautiful quality, that I can guarantee it, and really control that process the whole way through. And I actually feel like that is the best service you can offer your client. And the more that our world becomes less personal and like hands-off and automated, I think the more that we can be really personal and take care of our clients, they are willing to pay for that, and they are happy to pay for that, and that's what they want. They want service, because there's a lot of places that service is lacking now, and I think we're selling people beautiful images of their family. Like, they're emotionally attached to that, and they want help making those right decisions. And so I believe the best way to do that is an in-person sale, showing the image's actual size on their walls, using a program like the Studio app from White House. And I just want to show you some of the products. So when I sell my wall portraits, I actually have in my pricing, I do it a little differently, where I have everything smaller, 8x10 and smaller is all the same price. I call those gift prints. Those are not for your walls. Then I have everything larger than that, I consider wall portraits in my pricing, and you pay by the square inch. I don't care if you choose a wood, a gallery wrap, a canvas print. You're gonna pay a little bit more. I do charge more if you frame it, or an acrylic, or it's a product that costs more. But I just want to kind of showcase some of those images for you that I'm selling. So obviously, hopefully I'm selling them large. Here are some of the smaller versions of them, so you can just understand what I'm talking about. So this would be an example of a framed gallery wrap. This would actually be my top selling wall portrait that I sell at the studio. My studio has transitioned over the years from traditionally being where people ordered one large traditional canvas mounted on masonite in a thick frame. And I feel like a lot of those clients now are going a little more modern, but a gallery wrap on its own might be a little too modern, or they feel they can get that other places. Whereas these beautiful frames, and there's a lot of options of frames, kind of finishes it off. It really goes still in the homes with my clients who did the larger frames over the years. They can do a more modern print like this, and I believe it still goes well with it. So this is where it's the canvas, gallery wrap, and you can do that in the different finishes, the metallic photo paper, the fine art paper, but then you finish it off with the frame. I love those. And again, you're gonna sell what you show. I show a lot of those. Then you have the traditional gallery wraps. Now this one is printed on the metallic photo paper. You can do the different, the fine art paper, but just definitely more simple, lightweight. They're great, and I love to mix them. So I'll mix in gallery wraps, with maybe the larger framed family image is in a framed wrap. Metals. So White House does them in a way that's really easy to hang, which I love now that I am doing installations for my clients. Very easy, but really reflective, really shiny, just a different surface media. And different images I believe look good on different finishes, and so I love to help give those suggestions to my clients. Now, one thing to consider, obviously the metallic wraps, if you're doing something that's framed and matted with an acrylic over it, or the metals are definitely highly reflective, so you want to keep that in mind where that's going in the client's home. If it is in a room with a ton of windows facing it, that it may have a little bit too much reflection. You might want to go something with more of a matte finish, but you can help them make those choices. And the wood prints, I don't sell as many of these, but I love these. So sometimes I just have products that make more of a statement piece, more of an impact. So something where clients will say, wow, and maybe that's not even what they order, but it's something that caught their eye or got them interested in coming into the studio. So what's great about the wood prints for me, traditionally I'm gonna use these for images that people are not necessarily looking at the camera, they might be farther away. What I love about it is the wood grain. That's gonna show through anywhere where it's white. So for this was a very just light sky, and that's where all the wood grain, shows through. So that's just kind of something fun. And really, a lot of my clients have been coming back to me for years and years. So I feel like that is part of the process too, that I've stayed true to my brand, true to my style of photography. Sure, I might implement some new trends or try something new with my lighting or paint a new backdrop, but I do believe it's recognizable in my community as my brand. But if they're doing the same thing over and over again, like, it is fun to sometimes introduce a new finish or a new product. And that is what I do love about White House, because they've always been good at following and offering trends that I think have longevity to them, so that I can offer to my clients and know it's still going to be a great quality product. And so this again is printed on fine art paper. This is the bamboo. So it kind of reminds me of the wood print, but it's different in that the surface, the image, is actually still printed on fine art paper or photo paper, so you don't have the wood showing through on the image. And so this will work with any image. I don't have to worry about if the wood grain is going to show through on a part where I maybe wouldn't want it to. So again, a more modern look, something unique. And then lastly, I have the acrylics, which for me, I mean, they're newer for White House, new for me. I have not had these on my price list. These are new and I love it. And I'm really expecting these to be popular this year. I love that they're just as easy to hang as the metals, the way they do their framing. But I feel like they just have that much more impact than the metals. I mean, they're different. It's a kind of a similar vibe. They're just a little heavier. They seem a little more durable. I love this just thickness and the reflection. It seems very commercial, very modern. But again, I have no problem, as you saw in my groupings, mixing the media. I actually like that quite a bit. So yeah, have fun, get some new samples. But yeah, these are the products that we sell at V Gallery.
Hey, thanks for joining White House Custom Color on YouTube. Be sure to check out the description below for more information, and also be sure to subscribe for more exclusive content from White House Custom Color.